But I want to be sincere and be real with you, because the only reason that I'm wearing this is because of what you're going to experience over the weekend and the individuals that you're going to hear from. And I want you to understand how my journey came about. I was introduced to Ambit in early October of 2007. Up until that time, I was very much involved in the real estate industry in New York for almost 11 years at the time. And I started it when I was single, and then my wife kind of jumped into the business with me. And we were working the business, and it was great. We had some great years. But in 2007, as most of you know, the market started shifting, especially up in New York. And we were trying to figure out what are we going to, keep on doing with the business, and are we going to downsize? We had a large real estate office and construction and management and so on. And I want you to pay attention. If you're a brand new marketing consultant in the business, or even if you're an executive or a national consultant, understand how this business was introduced to me. I was standing outside a local community building, and somebody who I knew, from the area came up to me straight out and asked me, "Hey, by the way, who do you pay your electric bill to?" This is New York, so I kind of took a couple steps back. What kind of question is that? And I said to him, "Okay, dude, seriously, what do you want from me?" And he said to me, "Well, do you want to save money on your bill?" And I said to him, "No, I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm fine. I don't want to save any money." Anybody ever heard that before? Just wanted to make sure that we're not the only weird people in New York. But he handed me a flyer, a simple flyer that is available to everybody on PowerZone. The only difference is this flyer said, "Stop paying too much for electricity." And the reason is, when I was introduced to Ambit in New York, we were only offering electricity service through Con Edison in the 5 boroughs of New York City and Westchester County. We didn't have gas, we didn't have small commercial, we didn't have anything else other than electricity. So the flyer said stop paying too much for electricity. Now it says stop paying too much for energy. And I took the flyer, and let me give you another suggestion. When you're printing out these flyers, at least print them out in color. It was black and white, it was folded up 16 times over, but I took the flyer, I said thank you, and a couple weeks later I came across this flyer and I said, let me take a look and see what this is all about, saving money on my bill. I didn't know anything about energy deregulation. I stole this line from somebody, but I can say it, at least now I can pronounce the word deregulation. Didn't know anything about it. But I came across this flyer, and there was a website address on the bottom of this flyer. And even though it was a customer gathering website, a customer gathering flyer, the website was the Energy 526 website. And I went online and I was watching this presentation. Halfway through, I stopped it and I called up this gentleman, the number that was on the flyer. It was a little after midnight, and I said to him, "I'm sorry to bother you, but I watched the video online. Is this for real?" And he said to me, "Dude, we're not really friends, so call me tomorrow."
My gosh.
Which I did, but I was polite. He said, "Call me tomorrow." I said, "I have some questions." And I called him up the next day and I said, "Look, I have some questions about what I saw." And he said, "Look, why don't you come to one of our live meetings and you can have a chance to take a look at the presentation, hear it live, meet some people that are involved in the business." And I asked him where the presentation was. And he told me the name of a hotel in Bay Ridge in Brooklyn, in New York. And I said to him, "I'm not coming." And he said to me, "Why are you not coming?" I said, "Because it's a hotel, and it's a meeting in a hotel about network marketing." And he said, "Well, why wouldn't you come?" I said, "Because I've heard of those companies before. I've heard of those business presentations. Never been involved in network marketing before, but I heard about those meetings that when you go out and you sit in front of, you sit down in a crowd and you got these, these presenters up in front of the room and they're talking to you about how great, how your life can change and how much money you can make. But then you look around the room and everybody looks totally broke. And I wasn't going to be part of those business presentations. But the one reason, and the one reason only, that I went out to take a look at this presentation and hear it live is because Ambit Energy does not sell a product. We offer a service. Simple. I feel like I'm doing a closing at a BP. But anyhow, but here's the story. I mean, I'm sticking to my story because this is the truth. I went out to the business presentation. I got dressed in a way that hopefully nobody would recognize me, because I'll give you the truth. I'll tell you the truth. I was not interested in network marketing. I've never had any experience in network marketing. I was never interested in those types of businesses. But again, I went out because of what I saw made sense to me. So I came out to the business presentation. I got excited. I had one clue that this business is legit because there were 2 New York City police officers presenting the opportunity. So at least I knew the business was legal. But I watched the presentation. Here's what I would suggest. If you're inviting a potential consultant out to the business presentation, try to have both a husband and wife or business partner, whoever it is, who makes the financial decisions in the house come to the same presentation at the same time. Because what I did, I got excited and I came home and I tried to explain this to my wife, and ironically the only thing she understood is that I'm going to become an electrician. Totally not my intention, but she saw the presentation, she yawned, she went to bed. But I decided to reach out and ask for some help from a good friend of mine. His name is Visa. And I became a consultant on November 1st of 2007. We just got it now. Yes, a lot of you have those friends also. But here's what I did. I started working the business part-time. Honestly, the real estate market was collapsing. I didn't have much time to work it, but I decided to devote the time that I can, 3 to 4 hours a week. And all I did was follow the system that you've been learning about so far, the system that you're going to hear about today, tomorrow, and throughout the weekend. And that's all I did. I got tremendous assistance from my uplines, national consultant Steve Thompson, national consultant Brian McClure, and a bunch of other leaders that I met along the way. And I just kept on going and kept on going and kept on going. My wife started noticing these little deposits coming into the account here and there. And about 4 months into the business, no music yet, right? Okay, because there's no timer on this. About 4 months into the business, I noticed a deposit into my account for about $13 and some change. And it took me some time to figure out where this deposit came in from. And then finally, when I realized it, I gave a big bang on the desk. My office was 2 floors below the bedroom. My wife came running down the steps and she said to me, what was that big bang? Did a kid fall out of bed? What happened? And I pointed at the screen. I said to her, look, our first residual check. And she said to me, this Amber thing has gotten to your brain. $13, that's what you're getting excited about. She said, I thought, there was some sort of an attack or something. And I said to her, she went upstairs and I said to her, look, this is what you need to understand. There's nothing we can do to stop it from growing, and there's nothing that we can do to stop it from coming out. And it's all because of what we started. Fast forward about 8 months into the business, we evaluated our real estate business and we saw where the market was going. We looked at our Ambit business. We decided to completely disconnect from our real estate business after 12 years and focus on Ambit full time. What I will tell you is totally debt-free, financially free, just worked our way up the ranks, helped a tremendous amount of people along the way. You heard it before, John Haas said that, did a great presentation. It's all about teamwork. You're in this for yourself, but not by yourself. There's no way that you can get a yellow jacket. There's no way that you can promote. 2 minutes left. At least you guys know when I'm going to be stopping to talk. And we just kept on working it, and just plugging into the system and working it day in and day out. There's no way to succeed in this business without just simply following the system. Don't try to reinvent it. People say, well, but I've done network marketing before. I know how I'm going to do it, right? Have you heard that before? I said to them, go ahead, do it your way. And then a couple months later, they come back, and, okay, maybe we need to listen to you, follow your system. Guys, the system works. Tremendous leadership that you have with Jerry Thompson Jr. and his family. Jerry and Caroline, thank you so much for what you've allowed our family to accomplish. Chris Chambliss and Leslie Chambliss, thank you so much for what you've allowed us to accomplish. But it's all because of every single one of you that's sitting in this crowd. There's no way, there's no reason that every single one of you in this room cannot be wearing nothing but yellow. I'm going to take another 30 seconds. When they came out with this idea of wearing a yellow jacket, I said, there's no chance I'm going to wear a jacket that color is yellow. If you notice at Ambition, I also had a yellow yarmulke that I had designed. Now my kids want me to really become George and wear the yellow pants and all that, but at this point, I will wear it no matter what's underneath. I'm going to wear this yellow jacket. Every single one of you can accomplish this. You're going to have an amazing weekend. Plug into the system, come back, start building your business. Don't ever give up, never quit. God bless you all. Have a wonderful